You just had an argument with your wife and you feel a little bit down because she really annoyed you, but at the same time, you feel like the way you talk to her was slightly too much and probably a little bit too angry, and some of the words were too harsh for her. And it ended up with 2 days where you are sort of not talking with each other. How many times did that happen in the past? And how many times did that happen with other people other than your wife? Let's be honest, we are all more or less in the same boat in this one. We always lose, we will often lose our temper with someone on a specific subject. And in this video, we are going to explore why it happens and how we can change that. So what we need to understand is that the way we are thinking is based on our past. We have created billions of belief systems. Let's say this is you and you believe that to raise your child, you need to have like strong boundaries. But your wife, she's more like, just let them explore. So here we are. We have two different ways of raising your children. And the thing is, they are both yours. So how can you deal with a situation like this? This is one belief system, and this is another belief system. Those belief system that is yours here. Well, that's probably because in the past, you decided that it was the best way to raise a child. Maybe it's coming from your parents. Often it's where it's coming from. So maybe either your parents were like this with really strong boundaries, or maybe they had absolutely no boundaries and you promised yourself that I will create boundaries for my children because I missed that. So it doesn't really matter where it's coming from, but it's becoming aware of what is the belief that you have. Now, it's not about releasing the belief that you have. If you think that boundaries is good for the children and your wife or husband is thinking the opposite, it's being able to put yourself into the other person's perspective. You see, in life, this is you, this is your wife, this is another person, and you time that 9 billions. Every single person has its own bubble, its own perspective. So some of them will believe on that. Some people will believe on being more explorative. Some people will believe in something completely different. And so maybe those two people will have some similar belief on something and complete different beliefs on other stuff. And that creates imbalances. So when you are communicating with someone and you stay strong in your belief, you want this person to go on board with you because you are right. And this is the key here. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about being able to see the person's perspective and find some ways so you can be on the same page. So if for you boundaries is a no, there are no-nos in your boundaries. It's like, no, I don't want my kid to do that or that or that. And your wife or husband is thinking the opposite. It's all about just stop, pause, and speak. Okay, this is what I believe, and do it calmly. Because you will never be able to bring this person that has a complete opposite belief to what you want. Because they have been raised in different ways. They decided, they make a decision to believe in something different than you. And how boring it would be if the world we were all the same in the world. It would be really boring. because this is how we are exploring, this is how we are evolving as a human being. So here my point in this video is that when you are in fight with your loved one or someone close to you and you really want them to believe, just stop for a moment, pause, take a deep breath in and out. Because when you do that, you are just stopping. You are not in your mind anymore. You are in your body and you are not in the future. And step into the other person's shoes. Simply by asking, okay, what is so important in what you believe that will make a difference in the way we are raising our children, if it's this subject? And if you are able to speak at the same level, you will be able to find compromises. Because you think, and that's the thing, your mind thinks that this is the truth. But let's be honest, it's not the truth. It is your truth. But maybe some very good points in your spouse idea are there. And by speaking with your spouse about their point of view, you will evolve. And at the same time, you will make your spouse evolving as well. This is what is compromising. It's not saying like, well, I give up and you're right. It's not that. It's all about changing those beliefs, because it can change. The way you were thinking 10 years ago is different than the way you're thinking now, at least on some subject, and it will be different in 10 years from now. If it doesn't change, well, that's probably because you are too tangled into a belief. Someone who is always evolving in their beliefs has this ability to understand with more compassion the other person. It's simple. Just look at those bubbles. This person has different beliefs because they have a different life, a different story, and so on and so on and so on. So when you start not being here, the victim, the person in the middle, but you are extracting yourself out of it and you're becoming the third person looking at, okay, this is how I see it. This is how I see life. But this is how this person is seeing life. You are not tangled into this deep feeling, emotion that you want to be right. Suddenly you are giving the space to others because you are extracting yourself. You're becoming an observer, observing your own thoughts, your own emotions, and the person that you speak to, observing their own thoughts and emotions. And I guarantee that when you start doing that, your beliefs will change and you will become more open to change. And becoming open to change is not being weak. It's actually becoming stronger. And if you regret it, it's because within you, there is a built-in program that knows it's unbalanced. The way you're thinking and the way they're thinking, there is a part of you that wants a recollection. It wants something to reunite. And the regret is that feeling that, I love this person so much, but they don't understand me. And therefore, this is why you start creating those feelings. But when you put yourself out of it and you're observing and you're able to change, the regret will disappear, because you will be able to, from here on different levels of understanding, you will suddenly be able to communicate at a more even level. So I hope this helped. Put in a comment anything that you want to share and have a good day.